Flew all the way out to New York City. What's today's date? October 5th, 2020. If you guys been seeing me do the lives, literally for the last 3-4 weeks, especially on my IGTVs, I've been uploading new videos and flying around doing lives with my clients. Traditionally, what I used to do is just do a live on the computer so that, people can see it's just me and the client talking over the computer, obviously, if they're in their own locations and whatnot. But I found that it's just more personal to fly out, see the clients in person, get lunch, chop it up, talk, hang out. And I wanted to come out to New York City because Jonathan is probably one out of the probably 5 clients that I have that is one of my oldest clients. I believe it's a little over, 2.5 years?
2 years. 2 years and a half, yeah, 2 years
so
and a half.
April 2018 though, yeah?
Yeah, that's when we linked up, and then the service started end of May 2018.
Correct, but you paid in April, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so he's been in for quite some time with me, and I wanted to bring him on here to share his experience, show his sales, his revenue. We're going to show his profits for the year. Again, you guys know that I'm truly transparent about my service and anybody that's looking to buy my service. So again, I wanted to bring him out here, let him tell his story, what he does for a living, how long he's known me, what he does for a living. I think I just said that twice. And just a little bit of the details and the meat and potatoes, so to speak. So I'll let you take it over, brother.
All right, so my name is Jonathan, and I've known Tommy since 2012. We go way back.
Way back.
That was like summer 2012.
Yeah.
We met through a mutual friend back then, and at that time, you only have months starting your whole online venture.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first heard this guy's voice on the computer, he sounded so determined. I'm like, holy crap, this guy is like legit. And then he introduced me to Instant Rewards.
Yep.
And then move over to Empower Network. And then Wake Up Now. So you introduced me to several things. Now, I didn't do it so good because I didn't put that much, focus and ambition like you did. But I still stuck around.
Yeah.
And after a while, after Wake Up Now, I wasn't doing anything, but I was still like looking for something. I don't know what to do. And then 2016, I see this guy having testimonials on Amazon, like clients saying this about Amazon. Tommy taught them how to do this and that. So I hit him up and I say, hey Tommy, show me, teach me how to sell on Amazon. So he taught me the one-on-one. Back then he was doing one-on-one coaching.
Before the automation days.
Yeah, before automation, And then I bought the service, and 2 years in, I think it was like fall 2017.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you're gonna launch the automation.
Yeah.
And then January 2018, that's when you launched the whole automation service.
About almost 3 years now.
Yeah, and then I took a risk, took out a loan at the time. Your service was $15K at the time.
Yeah.
It was $15K, took out a loan, met up in April, and at the end of May, that's when everything just started from there.
So, real quick, also, when I was charging $15,000 for the service, you were already an existent student of mine, right?
Yes.
You paid me $2K back in the day for training.
Yeah.
Did I actually charge you the whole $15K, or did you?
No.
What did you pay?
Yeah, just the difference. The $13,000.
$13,000. And I want to bring that up just to show obviously, whether somebody was an existing student of mine or they have my automation services, whether they go up in price or whatever the case is, I like to still obviously honor the fact of not really double dipping and kind of just treating my customers and clients just with that kind of respect of still giving them some type of deal so that, coming into the service or whatever it is that, they're grateful for the opportunity of him. He didn't have to pay the whole price. He only paid $13,000. Obviously, it's only a $2,000 difference. But the fact is that, you still got that discount. And most people would still charge
the full price.
I think they would still charge the full price.
Yeah, which it's
crazy. So, met in 2012, and some of these things he's mentioned, and it brings me back. If you know my story, you know that I started in the industry in 2012, and I started with CPA marketing, which was basically cost per acquisition, basically driving traffic to offers, instant rewards. And I did that. Again, we met through somebody who signed up in my service, or not my service, excuse me, but for the CPA, the trial. And this other guy sounded so determined to be super successful.
Funny thing is that the video that he uploaded on Facebook, he didn't sound excited at all.
No?
No, he was very zombie-like, how to make money online, whatever. But I hit him up because I knew the kid.
Yeah.
And he made the link right away, and that's when I first
we first connected.
Yeah.
And I say that to say this, that guy introduced us, and here, this other guy, at least to me, when I talk to him, super stoked, right? Super excited. This guy, on the other hand, I don't know. Is it legit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you gotta be,
Of course.
I understand people can be skeptical.
Of course.
When it comes to something that's too good to be true.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it is risky.
Here he is now, though. He's still known me now for almost 9 years.
Yeah.
Okay, on 9 years in the space. I started my journey March 4, 2012, and it's just crazy because back then I thought the situation was going to be reversed. I thought the other guy would be the guy that would see it through.
Yep.
Anyways, I bring that up as that's something obviously a little bit different. But yeah, he stuck with me for a long time. In 2014, I started doing the Amazon dropshipping, those who do know me. And about late 2015, I started offering coaching for those who wanted to learn how to actually do it one-on-one. Jonathan was seeing me and he kept hitting me up. Hey, I want to learn. I'm like, bro, I've already tried to put you in multiple things that could make you money. Mm-hmm. I've held your hand. I've tried to help you out. But I still, I still have respect that he still kept coming back. I just thought maybe, hey, he didn't find his niche yet. He didn't find something that he thought he could truly put in the work. So I put him in the game. He started actually making money doing the dropshipping training. And then I'm pretty certain when I came out and I was talking to him about launching the automation service, he got excited. It was like a dream come true. A kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Something that could be done for you. And you have the pros do it. And you can kind of obviously sit back and know that your business is being taken care of.
And it was also scary. Like the 15K back then to me was like, oh man, that's a lot of money. But you said many examples about being creative. Take out a loan, do this or whatever. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna risk it this time. I mean,
crazy.
That's it. So that's why I went to get a loan and I did it. And it was the best investment I ever did. I also would like to say that for those people who have seen Tommy, heard of Tommy, Tommy has never had the intention to screw up anybody. It's all about helping people. And that's what he did to me. He helped me a lot. So I'm pretty sure there are people out there like hating on him, calling him a scammer, and this and that. He's cocky, arrogant.
That the cocky and arrogant might be a little true.
But the thing is that this guy has no intention to screw anybody over. He doesn't scam people. He doesn't steal from people. He'll just straight up say, I don't want to work with you. I don't want your money. That's it. That's the realest thing I would say a person would say to somebody else. I don't want your money.
Yeah. And I think I've said that again, and we're going to bring up certain things towards like the end of this video that I want to discuss that kind of talks about some haters and certain things because, just recently I was just dealing with something as of yesterday, just people who made assumptions about me and my service or this and that. And it's just funny. And again, we'll probably maybe cover that towards the end. As I want to, again, dive into just what you guys want to see. You want to hear numbers. You want to see facts. And, I wanted to bring him in here, again, just like all my other clients that I do. Again, so you guys can see that this works. So, you said you're a photographer, right? So, that's your main gig.
Yeah, photographer, editor.
So, basically, while you're able to do that, you basically have the income from Amazon able to still work for you, correct?
Yes.
Now, with the Amazon, again, we stress that this is automated. Again, there's a lot of people who think, how can it be automated? And I've said it, probably 1,000 times now. Maybe not that much, but I've definitely said it quite a bit, where it's completely hands off. And a lot of people question how. And I guess the best example I can give to people that are watching this video is that, one, maybe you should watch some of my other lives that I've done on my IGTVs with some other clients so you can get different perspectives from obviously each one of my clients. And then two, it's like property management. If I bought real estate, a villa, a condo, an apartment complex, I'm not going to have to do anything if I have property management set aside. They're going to collect the rent. They're going to handle the repairs. They're going to handle the legwork. They're going to do everything that I don't want to do so I can, stay on the beaches of the world. I can spend more time with my family. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. So it's the same concept with my business model. We process the orders. We ship them out. We handle the claims. We handle everything completely from A to Z on their storefront. So you've been with me for, again, a little over about 2.5 years total.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I remember a while ago, do you remember how long it actually took back then for you to make your initial investment back?
The store started, the service started end of May 2018, and I was able to pay my loan by October of the same year.
How long is that?
2018, that's like what, like 5 months or so? May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, like 5 months.
Now, am I paying you to be here?
Nope.
You're not a paid actor whatsoever?
No.
No? Okay. And again, I probably have said that in the last 3 or 4 of my videos because, again, somebody could be on here assuming that. And by the way, we will try to get to some of the questions towards the end. So if you guys are, again, on this video, we'll try to get to some of the Q&A towards the end. So it took you about 5 months.
Yeah.
Now, you obviously know, being a part of my Facebook group for so long, what are your thoughts on the Facebook group?
It's the best group I've ever been because the level of support is there. Like, it's phenomenal. Everybody would chime in. If you have a question about something, somebody in the group who has knowledge of that will comment, will chime in. You have now Melissa, who is absolutely amazing.
My consultant, yes.
She's on point with everything, keep all of us well informed. And I couldn't be happier. I think the group is solid. I would say it's a very strong group.
Now, one of the things people will ask, because again, this model that we do is drop shipping on Amazon, right? So a lot of people, if you don't know, obviously, like any business model on Amazon, you can get suspended, okay? From Amazon FBA to wholesale to drop shipping. And again, some of the topics that I'll discuss in a little bit is obviously relevant to what I was just saying about what happened earlier. But seeing that you've been with me for so long, you had the store, you opened a brand new store on Amazon, right? It wasn't aged.
No.
Okay.
No.
Have you ever been suspended on Amazon?
Thank God, up to now, no, and I wish it does not happen.
That's all we can hope. But when you did sign up, I did tell you that was a possibility.
Yes, we did.
So we're going back a little over 2.5 years. I've been saying the same thing. Would it be fair to say that I've been saying the same thing for the last probably 3 years plus now?
Yeah, it's like a broken record.
Like, I mean, if you really want to get technical, and again, I have to bring that up because it's like, I say the same things over and over and over because obviously I don't want to work with everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not here just to gain 1,000 clients in a month and this and that. Like, I'm here for the longevity. You know, the dropshipping business model has been around, since as long as I've been doing Amazon dropshipping, since 2014. I can't tell you guys if it's going to be here for the next 10, 20, 30 years. This is still a business. And you know what's crazy about the whole dropshipping business model is that a lot of people don't know is that Jeff Bezos, who is the owner and creator of Amazon, built his Amazon business around dropshipping. And I think a lot of people are unaware of that as a fact because people sometimes try to dog dropshipping, but yet this business was actually built on dropshipping. So you've been with me for a long time. You made your money back in about 5 months.
Yep.
I think the group is awesome. What have you made? Why don't we just talk about your sales revenue? We'll go over the profits. We'll cover into some of that. And again, guys, there's probably a lot more things, you know, again, as I do this video. I try to keep these videos a little under 30 minutes, as I realized one of my last videos was like 32, 33 minutes. So as you're watching this video, probably my best bet is to at least watch 2, 3 of my videos. Even if you're listening to it in the background, you guys can just be more informed and get different perspectives from each client so that you can understand if it's the right fit for you if you guys are looking at my service. So why don't we, when you show that, refresh the screen so that the clients can see. By the way, he has an Android, not an iPhone. Thumbs down.
No, sorry. Android is way better. Is it good? So this is my store so far. A little refresh right there.
Now, I believe as of the other day, his store was even up, and it obviously went down a little bit due to certain issues, certain problems.
Yes, I have encountered several obstacles in the business. Like, it's not easy. Like, don't think that you're gonna come in and be like, oh, everything's gonna be like fancy and fairy tales, like everything's gonna be nice. But I've had my obstacles like suppliers issue or vacation mode because due to either running out of capital or like things can happen. It's just a matter of you to handle it because
Correct.
You can't just sit back and let the team do everything. You have to put your part as well to make sure that your capital's in check. Create another supplier account if you need. Yeah, it happens. I've run a lot of those. And what else? Yeah, I mean, there are things can happen. You just gotta be aware.
Yeah, and when he's saying suppliers, obviously we use multiple suppliers, but one of the main suppliers we use, his account, for some odd reason, out of so many of our clients, We were having issues processing orders. It was like timing out. So he had to keep making a new one. And him out of everybody, he's had to make that supplier website at least 6 times.
Yes.
And then again, on top of that, running out of capital on the credit card. Obviously, therefore, we have to put the store in vacation mode and stuff like that. So why don't you tell the clients, again, anybody, or should we say anyone that's watching, what does your capital look like so that people get an understanding of when we start showing you profit as well, like how to get to these numbers?
Yeah, I do have people hit me up
all the time.
Instagram. Yeah. There are people hitting me up on Facebook, hitting me up on Instagram, asking me questions about how's my stores doing, how much of profit I make, what kind of credit cards you have, what kind of capital. And it's like, I don't want to sound like a douche or anything. Yeah. And if I don't reply, I'm sorry, but it's just that it's
been repetitive for 2.5 years.
Yeah,
his DMs and messages literally get blown up from people who either haven't watched my video, haven't watched like the old lives that me and him used to do way back in the day, or anything like that. So, from his perspective, if he's busy out, living his life, last thing I would want to do, especially if you're not watching the videos or anything like that, is to constantly answer questions.
Yeah, and maybe with this live video, I would like to answer the question that people keep asking me about the credit cards.
Yes, go ahead.
I use a Chase Business Inc. Unlimited. And I use the Amex Plum card. Those are only 2 cards. You could get more. There are probably better options out there.
Yeah.
So just go with whatever other card that gives you the best capital. I mean, the more capital you have, the better. I think I have a capital of, I would say maybe like about 90,000 or so. I'm not too sure, but I'm trying to bring as much as I can. The more capital you have, the better. Amex or the Chase, the one that I have, might not be the best for you. So go with a Discover or a Capital One. Whatever card that you have, and I told people before, the more capital you bring, the better.
Easy, yeah.
Doesn't matter which credit card, just find yourself the capital that you need.
Correct.
That's it.
So why don't we, and normally we do, when we show the revenue, we like to show the profits kind of like right away. So why don't we turn the screen around, make sure that your store name's obviously not in this.
Nope.
Obviously. So now, do you have somebody doing your books?
I do have a personal tax advisor who checks my numbers.
Who checks your numbers?
Yes.
Okay. So if you know about any of the videos that I do, when we show documented numbers and then we give to the to the clients, we obviously have to give that to the clients, and we highly recommend. Hell, it's even in my newer contract that I updated earlier January of 2020 of this year, that it is pretty much mandatory that clients get a certified bookkeeper and CPA. And the reason why is because if you watch the last video that I did with Johnny, there was like a little discrepancy. I think it was last August, September, and there was an issue. He actually found it and brought it to our attention. That means that I had to spend an extra 3 days with my manager. We had to fire a VA who was trying to manipulate the books, and by doing so, we had to let that person go, and then we corrected it, and then I comped everybody in the Facebook group. Even if it wasn't happening to everyone, I wanted to show people that I'm not here trying to add extra numbers for my own benefit. So that's what I did, and again, that's been a little over a year now that I did that. So I highly recommend people who are having my service or getting my service, you need to have somebody that is currently doing your books, because if you find a discrepancy by any means, you need to obviously bring it to our attention so that, because I don't want my clients to feel that they can't speak up. If you find an issue, we don't want to, overcharge you. We don't want anything like that. I want you guys to bring it to my attention or to my team's attention so that we can fix it, because these are still humans. These aren't machines. These aren't robots. And as a human, every human has their own selfish needs. So if that, again, does happen, I want you guys to obviously bring it to our attention. So again, that's why I recommend that everyone has a certified bookkeeper and CPA. So why don't we get ready to turn the screen around. Let's show the people on here the numbers. If you want to hold that up, might be easier for him. All right, so if you want to go through month by month for him.
All right, so this is January 2020. All this is this year, and so far, even though it wasn't as much, but it's still passive either way. This is how much I made for January. Second one is February, and down goes the line. The most profitable month I had was May. That was the greatest month I had so far. But then everything else is still like in the double digits or so. I mean, there are other stores out there that are doing way better than mine, but I'm not complaining. I'm not bitching about it or anything like that, because I'm more concerned about what's going on with my store. I don't go around asking people how your store is doing, how this is doing. Like, I don't care. Honestly, you know, I'm just concerned about my own stuff.
And we have to say that to say this is that because again, no two stores are ever alike. We have clients who have done $100,000 a month in actual profit to clients again. You know, I believe if you add and total all this up, he's done around, I believe we said it before the live just to make sure, 165, 170?
Something, yeah.
165, let's just say 165 to be on the safe side, $1,000 this year off an investment that cost him back then 13 grand. Obviously, currently I charge $25K as you're watching this video. By January of 2021, I am going up to $30K. Also, keep in mind, anyone that's watching this video knows about the Rolls Royce giveaway that I am doing.
I'm winning
it. He's going to take it. He's going to coop around New York. And then,
for those people who know me, buy his service.
So
and tell him I sent you.
So, exactly. So, there is 3 ways to win the Rolls Royce. 1, having a store and referring just one person to the service. 2, any person that comes in as a new client will be thrown into the giveaway to be able to win it. Or 3, if you don't have the service, you don't have the money, all you have to do is refer 3 people as the giveaway is going, and you obviously have your chance of winning. Obviously, you have a higher odds if you're a client and you're referring people because you refer one person, that's one entry. Where you're an affiliate, you have to refer 3 people. But you still have obviously the opportunity to be able to win the Rolls Royce that I'm going to be announcing in December. So you guys have a couple months that, you know, we're announcing this. And again, main reason why I'm doing this is obviously a huge tax break for me. So this is something that I can write off. And obviously I like to give back and do more for my clients. Hell, everyone that's in this room right now, if you're watching my story, is a client of mine, and their stores are doing really well and growing. But no 2 stores are ever alike, guys. Suspensions are a real thing. Issues are a real thing. Customers complaining on Amazon is a real thing. A to Z claims, real thing. And even talking about suspensions, you can get suspended at any given time, no matter what business model you are doing. Now, we have gotten a lot of accounts back, and then there's sometimes clients that don't get their stores back for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. And Amazon has the right to hold your money. So again, I just wanted to throw that out at you guys and just, you know, pinpoint that. And again, some of these things on suspensions, we went really heavy into the video that I did with Johnny just a little over a week ago in Dallas. So if you really want to hear a little bit more, just kind of really the idea of suspensions, I would highly recommend that you go watch that video. It's definitely worth it, but we really dive into the whole suspension aspect. So I want to know if anyone has any questions, and apparently I'm already at 25 to, 27 minutes on here? 25 now? I thought we were already at 25. See, I could have kept going. So does anyone have any questions that we can answer? And again, guys, this isn't scripted, man. This is just us. You know, I've known him for so long. Again, besides even being one of my clients, obviously I consider him a good friend. Obviously, we don't link up obviously as much as I feel like we should. Yeah. Because we obviously live in 2 different states. Plus, he has an Android. I have an iPhone. So
which is better than iPhone.
Allegedly.
Trust me.
How many stores can you have?
You can have multiple stores. As again, the store that I did with my last client, Johnny, has 2 stores. I'll also be going to another state next week with another client that has 2 stores. But the information has to be different on each store. And obviously the huge benefit of having more stores, because again, we explained it in the last live. If one store is doing $10,000 a month net profit, but the other store got suspended or it's struggling to get up, you still have one store that's producing you profit. And while you, like most people think in a traditional business is slow growth, on Amazon you can make $2,000 a month, 1 month, and the next month if we're scaling, you could be making $20,000 a month. There's really no limits with Amazon. Amazon has an unlimited amount of traffic. Any other questions? I'm sure there is some.
Another one was why 2 stores, but you just answered that.
Okay.
Stealth accounts?
Stealth accounts is a way to go. That language might be a little more complicated to kind of talk about on a live, but stealth account is a route to go for another store. Well, most people, if setting up the information right, you don't need to go the stealth route, but it is a good route to go otherwise. That's one of my clients over here, I believe, has one.
Do you feel it's getting saturated?
No. And you know what? That's actually a good question, because a lot of people asked me and they said, you know, drop shipping's not going to last, bro. This is what people said to me 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Do you know how many new products come into the marketplace every single day on Amazon? You really can't saturate it. I mean, yeah, there's obviously a decent amount of sellers, but there's also a lot of sellers that quit, give up, run out of capital, get suspended, throw in the towel. Like, guys, there's so many products coming into the marketplace, and it's not slowing down. And because Black Friday's coming around, Cyber Monday, everybody's gonna be shopping on Amazon. Yeah. Everything's gonna be shut down.
Yeah, and especially with, unfortunately COVID.
Yeah.
It's making things
really
online.
hard.
It's online. Everything's gonna be online. A lot of businesses are going out of business, like physical businesses.
Yeah, brick and mortars.
Yeah, and I would say, like, okay, I know that it's risky to invest, but I think this is the right time to actually think about it, consider hard to invest into Amazon automation. And I cannot speak for any other people out there who are trying to copy the legend here, but I would say consider it very hard if you want to start an Amazon automation business. Reach out to Tommy. You guys are going to be in good hands. Again, yes, I know it's a lot of money, it's risky, but still do it. Consider it, because this guy right here has been nothing but legit. He's 100% real. He's not a scammer. He's not a faker or any of that stuff. So I think it's the best time right now to consider making some sort of income passively. Is Amazon automation, and this guy can provide that.
Appreciate that. Any other questions? Because we're clearly coming up on 30, which I said I wanted to tap out at, and there's some things I wanted to discuss, but...
You want to go in for an hour like yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday I did a live on Facebook, and it was just about something I wanted to discuss, and it was supposed to be 10, 15 minutes, and it was an hour long. And I know a lot of people have ADD, and they're not going to sit here on every video and watch 30-minute lives, but we want to try to provide value. It's not just marketing, it's just not promoting for you guys. It's showing that you guys can see the results of the clients and where they're at. That, yeah, his store could be doing $500,000 if capital wasn't an issue or this was an issue, but he's still making passive income. Nobody's going to complain about making $40,000 a month or $25,000 or $50,000 net a month in profit. Like, nobody does, especially when it's hands off. You guys have any other questions?
Can I apply from the Netherlands?
What?
Can I apply from the Netherlands?
You can, yes. It's only very few select countries outside of the States that can't sell on Amazon US.
You need 2 different devices to check sales and 2 LLCs for 2 stores?
Correct. But if you're talking about checking on storefronts, you can send yourself what we call permissions to your other store, and you can just use one phone to go back and forth between the apps, but without actually manually logging in. And by doing that, you stay under the radar with one IP address.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is there a verified agreement from the CPA?
No, not on us, no. But I'm sure if you really wanted one, I'm sure that any of my clients, I mean, I can't speak for obviously my clients, but I'm sure someone could get it for you. But at the same time, I'm sure my clients aren't going to really want to hand over their personal information.
Is there a split in the profit?
Correct. 70-30 split. So if he's making, let's say, $10,000 a month, and he's got to keep 70% for himself, and he's got to pay the team 30%. Ooh, crap! That just exploded. I'm like, well. Anyways, it's weird that when somebody would ask if there's a verified statement. Obviously from CPAs, obviously I understand people want to know if it's legit, but I guess my best advice on something like that is, obviously, if I have a client that's willing to give it to you guys, I mean, I'm sure they're more than happy. Any of my clients that might be watching this video, if this person who's asking, if they want it, go for it. But from my own experience, anybody who has to ask questions like that, the business probably isn't going to be for you. Because at the end of the day, when you have so many clients that keep showing numbers and talking about they're doing numbers with the CPA, these people aren't being hired, they're not getting paid, they're not actors. So, I mean, there's no other motive for them to come onto the video and leave good, obviously, testimonials and reviews. And we have screenshots and testimonials from this guy for over 2 years. Yeah, and he still obviously has a service with me. So obviously something's working. He's not making negative profits over here. His service is obviously still working. If you feel that you want to do it, and any of my clients want to give up their personal information, obviously I can't stop it, and they're more than happy to do that. But if you need that kind of information, my best advice, it might not be for you, just because there's obviously a little bit of trust issue there. So that's just my personal opinion. But again, it's going to be based on my clients. So if they want to do it, I have more power to them.
Average time to make the initial investment back?
See, I didn't bring that up in this video. Johnny made both of his investments from both of his stores, one 8-9 months, the other one in 9 to 10 months. 12 to 18 months, so basically it means if you can't go 18 months without your full investment back, this is not for you. Obviously, there's no guarantee. Obviously, future results will not dictate, or should I say past results do not dictate future results. So if you think that coming in here, you're going to make your money back as quick as him or Johnny or this person, no two stores are ever alike, and I can't make any guarantees whatsoever. So expect 18 months, but if you make it back sooner, great.
Even better.
Even better.
What's the future of Automation Empire look like?
We want to help at least 1,000+ people, and we want to help a lot of families and be able to, so that our clients can put more, obviously, food on the table. We don't care if our clients are stunting around in Rolls Royces, Ferraris, and cars and stuff like that. We just want our clients to be able to spend more time with the people that they care about, whether it's friends, family, their kids. That's our goal. That's our mission. So when people ask, why do you do this? Why don't you just take all these stores and take all the profits for yourself? Why? Because I don't believe that there's a limited amount of money out there. I think that's a scarcity mindset when people say, just do it yourself. First off, I have 5 stores myself. So obviously this is still running for me, whether automation was here or not. I'm still creating an income on Amazon with the platform that obviously, with the service that I created and the team that I've been using for about 6+ years. So, that's really the end game. It's just to keep helping more families, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to create an income online. Hell, even making $500 online is a challenge. I remember when I first got started, making my first couple $100 was a pain in the ass. So be able to help people and be able to utilize my team, my service, my expertise into my business is helping you with your business. Any other questions? And keep in mind, we're gonna do a lot more of these videos, as I said. So soon, probably in the next 90 days to 6 months, you'll see probably about 40, 50 clients, give or take, on my wall and continuing to grow.
How come you don't dropship on eBay as well?
I actually did. That's actually kind of where I started in 2014, but it's too slow. It's too slow. The money doesn't come fast enough on eBay. The traffic on eBay versus Amazon just overpowers eBay by like 10x easily, if not way more.
Yeah, it's the second company to reach $1 trillion.
Yeah, I'm not knocking eBay by any means. I just personally don't choose it as my source. Any other questions?
Is this only doable with starting with a large credit line?
We recommend, and we have it on my contract. Again, I have a 17-page contract that's pretty thorough, very detailed about the suspensions, problems, capital. But we recommend people to have at least about 15 to 20K on a card to start. Now, if you come in with an age store, meaning an established store that's past the 60 to 90-day mark, and people want us to ramp, we probably tell them to have anywhere between 30 to 50,000 to start. But if it's a brand new store, which most people have, about 15 to 20,000. We're definitely past the 30-minute mark now. I feel like we might as well just keep going.
Once you get started with Tommy, do you actually know what items are being sold in your store?
Cool. Yeah, I'll let him answer that, actually.
Yes, of course. You get to see everything. Nothing is blindfolded to you. You get to see everything. You create your own back office, and you get to see the emails, or even when you log into your back office, you get to see all the products listed. You get to see everything that's active. You get to see if your store's on vacation mode. You get to see everything. You're not blind here.
Correct. And again, like he says back office, the Amazon app that you have, because you have to create the Amazon login, you have to create logins for the other suppliers, put your credit card on file, and pass all that stuff to our team, which we have full email support, we have phone support. We actually have a pretty cool thing coming out, which is like a software and app that's been in the works for the last 2.5 months. And very few people, now the people in this room know it as well, and some of the people that might have been on my last live. So that is getting dropped really soon, so people are going to be able to check their referrals, see their balance, see what they owe. Everything is going to be literally at the palm of their hand.
Oh, wow. Impressive.
We've been working on that to try to bring our customers just 10 times better of experience instead of always having to be at a desktop for certain things.
All right.
So, any other questions? I was going to say something, and I don't know, because it might drag it out for 10 more minutes. I don't know.
How do you prevent Amazon from shutting down a new store? And once they shut it down, how do you get it back up?
You don't. And that's kind of what I'm trying to really stress in a lot of my videos. You can't prevent suspensions. I don't care who you are. I don't care what other competitors might say. Oh, you can't get suspended with us, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. You absolutely can get suspended 100% of the time. Like, not 100% of the time, excuse me, but you can definitely get suspended. So if you think that it's bulletproof, it's not. However, the Amazon obviously gives you a chance to appeal. We do have a team in the States that if someone gets suspended, we have our team handle the suspensions to get clients out of it. We've had clients with money held of high as, again, my last guy, Johnny, had 40K held. He got suspended twice. First time, 48 hours, we got his store back. Boom, he was live for another 60 to 90 days. Store going great, suspended again. Then he had about 40,000 held for about 85 to 90 days. And then, again, out of that 40K, we got that money, that account back again. And ever since then, both of his stores are still been rocking, again, ever since. So no stores are, I'm going to say, bulletproof from suspension because, again, competitors can report you. Items might get shipped late from the suppliers, which we can't control, to negative feedback, to, again, late shipments, to anything that can hurt your metrics will hurt. So it's not when you get suspended, it's not if you'll get suspended, should I say, it's when. Now obviously he's lucky. He hasn't been suspended in almost 2.5 years since he started. Yeah. I know, he's over here like, knock on wood, I don't want to get suspended.
Praying to God, praying to Buddha, but I don't want myself to get suspended.
If you really want to get technical, if I'm really just being obviously as transparent as I always am in my videos, I would say probably 1 out of every 40 of my clients probably get suspended. Right now we have less than 27, 28 clients actually currently suspended with about 600 stores managing plus. So honestly, I think that's a 6 to 7% ratio. And the reason why even it's at 27, 28 is because Amazon's not responding right now. And if they actually responded to the countless emails and appeals that we've been sending in, then we'd probably be down to the last 5 or 10. But they're not responding. So obviously we'll keep doing what we got to do, get stores out and keep rocking and, moving forward. But the people that are suspended understood that it was part of the risk and they're not stressing us out about it. It's just part of the game, and I wish it wasn't, but that is the risk in any business.
Yeah, and you said it many times about suspension, and I'm pretty sure there are other people out there trying to bash on you, saying, "Oh, you got this many accounts suspended, this and that," and they think they could do it better. But
it's funny because I know other people who are copying my model that have as high as 30 to 35 to 40% suspensions. I think with me, with 6 to 7%, I think that's actually pretty low.
Yeah.
And we've gotten a lot of stores back because obviously 1 minute might be 28, it could have been 32 the other day, and then we got 4 stores back and vice versa. We're getting right now more stores back though. So many new stores that were struggling a month or 2 ago are finally coming back. So, I wish I could prevent it. I wish there was any way to prevent it and any way of selling on Amazon. But when you get into any kind of business, you're going to have any kind, all the risks from losing investments to real estate going under. How I got around $2 million tied up in real estate and I haven't been paid in 8 months. So, if you really want to get technical, I have a lot of money tied up in something that I don't even know when I'm getting paid now. So, I take risks just like any of my clients would or anyone else would, anybody who understands business. So, anyone that's obviously looking to get my service, it is still a risk. But you won't be at a total loss of your investment because if you get suspended, we'll obviously get it back, or we'll get you another account and we'll get you up and running, or we'll find another alternative for you to do. Because we do have other business models that we do on Amazon and a couple other things. So how long are we at here?
38.
Huh?
38.
Longest freaking video ever. Hey, let's keep it under 30. Let's keep it under 30. Anyways, guys, so I don't know if we have any other questions. This long video. I know not everyone's going to watch the whole thing, and that's cool, but I guess there's just a lot we want to cover. And like I said, I talk a lot, but I also listen a lot too, in all fairness.
Yeah.
But any other questions before we let you guys go?
This is why it's 38.
Okay, last question then. Let's cut it off at the last question if there is any more.
So better to start with a new store or a seasoned store?
Seasoned, absolutely. And the reason is you bypass, you're able to get the buy box within, traditionally it can take 60 to 90 days for most stores to get it. But if you can't get a seasoned store, because most people who are selling them between $5,000 to $15,000. So unless you want to buy one off somebody who actively is out there selling it, that's obviously going to tap into what could potentially be part of your capital. So if you want to do that and you can find one, absolutely the best way to start. You can scale and grow faster, assuming that you have the capital on top of that store to be able to grow to higher levels. So with that being said, guys, we're probably going to cut it here. again, I'm over here in New York with my boy Jonathan over here. And again, I have quite a few other clients in this room. Shout out to them for even coming by. You guys are going to keep seeing constant videos. And I really highly recommend you visit TommyRodriguez.com to watch my video breakdown, which obviously is going to probably say the same stuff that's in this video. Once it answers your question, go ahead, book a call with my team. They'll answer any other questions that you may have. But if you're still a little skeptical about, some of this or, whatnot, feel free to watch the other video with Lisana or the one with Travis or the one with Johnny on my Instagram. And again, like I said, next week I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia. I have another client out there. He has 2 stores as well. And his first store, he made his investment back in about 4 months. So I'll be doing it with him. But guys, we're going to keep this ball rolling. We're going to keep doing more lives with clients. Whether you join, whether you don't join, and I'm not trying to say that to be an asshole, but my clients are going to keep winning regardless. And I'm going to keep helping them level up. I'm going to keep putting a lot of my money back into the infrastructure to keep building this brand to a bigger and higher empire. So we appreciate everybody that came in to tune in, and we'll see you at the top.